Hello and welcome to the Amateur Football YouTube channel with myself, Tobrise, the host and the best grassroots footballer, defender in the UK. Yes, I said it. And on the channel, I have the pleasure of having Mimi, founder of Mo Football Coaching. How you doing, sir?
Yes, not too bad, thank you. Just enjoying the sunny weather we've had this week. Ready to get back onto the pitch this weekend with some sessions.
First of all, tell people exactly what Mo Football Coaching does.
Cool. So specialise in one-to-one football coaching for players of all abilities and ages as well. Specialise in group training sessions as well, and then specialise in team training sessions as well.
Cool. And I just literally zoomed in and I saw that you're a Chelsea fan.
Yes, yeah. So blue is the colour. Football is right.
Wow. Okay. Well, the title of the show is Improving Your Health, and this is Mimi's POV about this. And he's got years and years of experience and knowledge. So we are going to dive in and literally see if we can get some golden nuggets.
Go. Yeah, show me a time.
Rule number one is physical health. Could you elaborate, please?
Yeah, so if we look at health as a whole, your physical, your mental, your physical, your mental, and your emotional sort of health. So if we look at your physical health and what you can do as an individual, as a player, to improve your physical health. So it could be possibly going to the gym, picking up a sport, football, rugby, cricket, tennis, boxing, you name it, and then you turn that sport into like a hobby. So just keep yourself physically fit. So yeah, that's what I feel in terms of physical health. If you look at how you can improve your physical, going out and doing a physical activity.
If like someone is new to a gym or literally wants to start, let's say, jogging or literally kind of doing something, I mean, what are the beginner steps you would recommend for that person?
Yeah, so I'd you think about why you want to improve your physical health. Is it to maybe lose weight? Is it to tone up? Is it to bulk up? Is it to get ready for the new sports season, if it's ready for the football season? So think about the why as to, as your first, and then from then you can then think, right, what are the next steps in terms of joining the gym? And then when you join the gym, you then can think, okay, what do I want to improve on? What do I want to build more muscle on what body part? If it's muscular strength or muscular endurance, or is it if it's cardiovascular endurance, and you sort of then go from there. But first and foremost, you start with a why, as to why you want to do something. How's it going to benefit your life? How's it going to benefit your day-to-day? How's it going to benefit your future for years to come?
When is the best time to actually start preseason? Let's say if your league starts the first week in September, and is there such thing as preseason burnout? Again, could you kind of give us a quick guide?
Yeah, good question. Majority of the leagues, I know due to this COVID pandemic, majority of the leagues probably finished late May, early June. Maybe some leagues might have stretched into mid-June, late June. And then you often will have at least a month sort of off season before you then start pre-season. Let's just say some clubs may go back, say for example, you finish late May. You'll have all of June off, 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks of June. Within that period, you might be doing your own personal bits on the side, some running, some gym work on the side during the month of June, along with your rest. And then you're due to start in July, where you hit the ground running. You have a few sessions in July, and then towards the end of July, you should be you should be building up that level of fitness, ready to play some preseason games in the month of August. Ideally, you want to get at least, if not 4 weeks in August of games, at least three games in August, and then ready to start with the first weekend in September. You should be at that level of fitness.
Activation and recovery,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of people that have literally played straight through the season. We've seen leagues now form again. I would love to kind of get your point of view about activation and recovery.
Yeah, so I found that activation and recovery now is like a major thing. I know we take the Euros for example. When did England have their semi-final? Was it on a Wednesday?
I think it was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday, Wednesday? I think it was Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday.
So then, for example, they had their semi-final against Denmark. They went all the way 120 minutes, 2 hours of football. The ones who obviously didn't get subbed off would play, majority of the side play 2 hours of football. And then they've got to be ready for a Sunday final. So then you don't think about the next day, what they do the next day in terms of their recovery to get them at that level. Obviously, professional athletes are literally the top. They've got the best of everything, the best sports science, the best strength and conditioning. Like they've got the best of the best. So not all of us have that luxury of having the best resources around us. But with what we can, like for example, your ice baths or your massages or your stretches, like stuff that we can do and that we have access to. So I feel with the definitely recovery after you've played or after you train is important to really stretch your muscles, especially those core muscles that you use for football. So your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads, your calves. Really give them a proper stretch during your cool down, and then go into like maybe your bath with some Epsom salts or with your massage Radox soak and whatnot. I know that we had a few laughs. I know on your channel. I think when the restart back in in April, we had a bit of jokes about you taking like an hour or so to get ready before you go and play. But yeah, it's important. I think it's important. I think if you want to carry on playing for many, many years, I think now the last 2 years or so, I think your recovery and activation has really, really kicked off in terms of getting specific coaches in for your activation, specific coaches in for your recovery at different levels of football. I think, and then with activation, again, it's activating those glutes, hamstrings, quads, calves, muscles, activating them ready before your warm up through doing again squats, resistance bands, any other strength and conditioning exercises that will activate those muscles for you then to be able to have a really good warm up.
Okay.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. So and again, this is all education, and this is education to a lot of Saturday and Sunday league teams. So let's say you're saying that rather than going straight into a warm up and stretch, you should activate your legs first before going into a warm up and stretch, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think through my playing experience over the past couple of years, like I went from playing to having a 5-year gap to then playing, and then within that 5 years, probably I didn't really play as much that I play within the last couple of years. So when you think about your body has literally not used to playing, to training once a week and playing once a week as well, or if not training twice a week during preseason, and you go from not doing anything to playing a lot, and your muscles are like, what's going on? I think now you're now often having a pre-activation where you're seeing players use the resistance bands and do relevant strengthening activity to activate those muscles, because those are the main muscles that you use in football before you and then when you then go into your warm-up or your pulse raiser and your dynamic stretch and your static stretch, your muscles have already been activated beforehand, less likely to pull your muscles, and then you then straight into the keep ball, opposed practices, into your tactical talk with your manager, coach, and then bang, first 10-15 minutes, you're at the ready.
Okay. Okay, so I've got a question for you. I'm putting you right in the spot. So what activation exercises or stretches could you do for someone that has a very tight lower back issue?
Good question. So it's hard without demonstrating or without. So I know there's relevant. I know there's common stretches where you lie back. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. So I know you have those common stretches where you lie flat on your back, and then you like lift your, so let's say your right knee, have it at, yeah, and I'm trying to explain like without you're testing me here. Lie flat, arms spread, lift up your knee, your leg, and then try and pop your leg sort of across your left arm, and then you'll feel the stretch at the back. It's hard without doing it or saying it. Maybe
I mean, I know exactly what stretch you are talking about. I
know.
So
I know there's another one where, like, if you go in a lunge position, so in terms of a lunge position, and then lift up your arm and try and then stretch, go opposite your body, so then you then should feel it, sort of, because most lower back pain will come again from like your groin area and from your sort of quads and your hamstrings. If you think that's where most of the pain will sort of occur from. So again, stretching out those sort of muscles. But yeah, if you go into like a lunge position and then stretch your arm that side, then you would feel the stretch across your groin, and then if you vice versa to the other side. But yeah, it's hard to explain without actually physically demonstrating. Or I'm sure, like, even if you roll on your back and then you lift your two knees together as if you're in a tuck, like a gymnastics tuck shape, lift your knees, your two hands on your knees, lift back whilst lying down, and you should then feel a stretch. But yeah,
guys, you've heard it first. Yeah, no, you know what? It's not me. I'm just saying. I'm just
asking for a friend.
I'm asking for the person that's sitting right here next to me. So, guys, you've heard it first. You've heard it first from Mimi in terms of what you should be doing if you've got lower back issues. So let's go on to rule 3: positive affirmations.
Yes, I think if we're looking at health, we've touched upon our physical health and what we can do in terms of joining the gym, playing a sport. Looks at our recovery activation, and I think positive affirmations will then go into sort of your mental and your emotional health side of us as people, and just like whatever positive affirmation, whatever that might mean to you in terms of maybe what you're listening to, will give you that buzz and that confidence, and whether if you read daily quotes or daily inspirational quotes from like sports stars or from influential people around the world, or if it's the case of looking into your mirror as you wake up, as you're brushing your teeth, getting ready, you're then talking yourself through your day, like whatever you then just speaking positivity into your life. I think obviously after a year that was the last 18 months that we've all had, I think it's very important to be encouraging each other daily. Even a case of what you post on your social media, can you post something that will unlock and unpick someone else's potential? So what you post, can you post something positive? can you share something positive? And that all entwines into the mental and the emotional health of us as individuals. And I think that's very, very important in terms of looking after that as well. It's all part of health. It's all part of your mental health. Health isn't just your physical. Health is like, you look at it as a 360. So if your mental health isn't what steps can you what small steps can you do to support your mental health? And I believe positive affirmation is a way forward.
Okay, and how important has positive affirmations been to you during this current climate?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, important to just encourage and motivate myself daily, alongside doing MO football coaching, alongside my day-to-day full-time, and then alongside just doing life. It's important just to look again, like what I said at the start about a reason why you want to go to gym or reason why you want to play a sport is the why. So you think of it every day and you look, okay, what do I want to achieve today? Why do I want to achieve, why do I want to achieve that today? You look and, everything starts with a why. I believe, anyway, I'm a firm believer of that. Everything starts with a why. You have to have a why before you do anything. What's your reason? What's your why? And then when you unpick that why, you can then progress. And yeah, like what you're saying, for me personally, it has been a case of, because we're all in the same, we're all locked down at the same point. No one really had any special sort of treatment depending on, I don't know, the role or the career that you had. So it's important not to focus on the negative, and then focus on the positive as well. And I think, with MO football coaching, like it's so much more to being out on the pitch and delivering high quality sessions and inspiring players. It's kind of like my, I don't know, way of life now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's me through football.
I love that.
So, and this is, the MO football coach during this period, has really, really sort of kept me sort of going. Learning, learning new things, skill set, creating different pieces of content to engage players, friends, family, so yeah, good. And summertime, restrictions were lifted, just gone. We've just got to keep going.
Yeah, love that. And with MO football training, and I'd say with the kind of wider football industry, have you kind of seen a shift regarding, I'd say meditation and quiet time? I mean, have you kind of seen it from your clients? Do your clients talk to you about the mental side of the game?
Good question. Well, I mean, obviously, like after lockdown, so when grassroots football was back at late March, early April, obviously a lot of my players, they were happy to be back on the pitch. Happy to be back playing. I think for some of the older youth players that I have, that's sort of their relief and that's their downtime, going out and playing football. So per se, not as like on a deep level as like maybe you'll talk with an adult, but that they've missed, they missed playing football, or they missed coaching, or they missed like group sessions or their team training sessions. But because we all know that football and sport, it brings up so much teamwork, the social well-being, along with the development of your skills and your technical ability. But it's more the transferable skills that you can use in the classroom if you're a student, or in the workplace, wherever you're working. Like the power of sport is amazing. And although, yes, ultimately, I want to develop players in technically and tactically and physically, you're also developing the whole player as well, and developing them their socially, psychologically, which is a big thing, which is encompasses part of the four corner model that the FA bang on the coaches about doing once you're doing your sessions and you're delivering your sessions, the technical, tactical, physical, psychological, social. So sport really is the power to unlock and, create other avenues and create, the next generation and inspire them, really, isn't it, really?
We've got the ball ready, blue. Back in the middle, red. Yellow.
Rule number 4, diet. Now this is we both smile when we say diet because
because I know us sports players, coaches, we do like to eat. We do like to eat. But we know we need to, if we want to, stay a certain size or stay a certain shape, we know we need to eat wisely. But yeah, obviously it's nice to have some nice home cooked jollof rice or some panded yam or jerk chicken, and just the home soul food. Even maybe some roast dinners, depending on what floats your boat. And I think again with this situation that we've been in this past 18 months, I think most of us have been quite cautious in what we're eating now, and eating the right amount of food, and the right type of food as well at the right time. I believe again, if you look at health, eating and your diet, it comes under improving your health, getting the right amount of protein for your growth and repair, especially when you're going to the gym, trying to build muscle. If you're a footballer, football coach or footballer like ourselves, eating the right amount of carbohydrates, drinking enough water,
100%. Where's my camera?
Keeping hydrated, and then like in moderation, we can eat our crisps, chocolate, sweets. Over the past couple months, I'm quite a snacky person. I like to have a little snack here and there. As old as I am, I like to have a little sweet or a little chocolate. But I've been reducing it, and I've been quite proud of myself. I think once you stop doing something, or once you stop taking or stop eating certain food, your mind and your mental, it just shifts, and you're like, right, you can live with it for 1 day, you can live with it 2 days, 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 4, 5, 4 becomes 5, 6, and then you're like, oh wow, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you're like, wow, I don't need to live with eating chocolate and sweets.
Could you give the viewers 3 types of food that they should be avoiding if they're looking to play football, let's say at Sunday league level, and let's say the kickoff is at 2:00?
Wow, you're hitting me with these hard questions. Again, with how the world is going these days, I'll just think I remember when I was growing up. Like a youth player, I remember eating porridge in the morning. Eating porridge. But maybe nowadays I don't even know what the modern day footballer will eat for breakfast. Now the modern day player, they might have some scrambled eggs and some avocado and some brown wholemeal bread or toast. They might, but for me, growing up was just a bowl of porridge. You need that, you need your carbohydrates. Go and have your porridge. You've got a 10:30 kickoff. Go and eat your porridge in the morning, and then you're off. And at half time, you're going to be having your oranges and Mars bars. But in terms of obviously what to avoid, if you've got a 2:00 afternoon game, then maybe not like a greasy full-on fry up.
Okay.
If you want to have a fry up, you can have a healthy fry up. There are nowadays. There's healthy options. You can even buy chicken sausages now. You know, you can get chicken sausages. You can get non-meat sausages for any non-meat eaters out there. You know, we don't discriminate against. You know,
do not discriminate.
Vegans, vegetarians. There's alternatives now, which is good. You know, because years gone by, it used to just be okay, pork sausages, or I don't eat pork. That means I'm not going to have a sausage. But now you can eat chicken sausages. You can eat non-meat sausages, which is good because the world is evolving. But yeah, obviously not to have like a greasy fry up, or maybe have last night's takeaway. So, you know, if you had like a curry or a Chinese, as good as it sounds on the morning, you know, I'm gonna hold my hands up and say I've been prone to that.
Me too.
You know, in the past, I'll have like a curry, take the last night's curry or Chinese, just a quick munch.
Yeah.
And then even like a third one is probably not to eat at all, like not to go on an empty stomach as well. That's probably as bad as eating. You know, you arrive on an empty stomach, you're not gonna have any energy to burn off and to fuel you. You know, or if you go and eat your greasy fry up, or if you eat last night, you know, I'll say because you know some people can do it. Some people can wake up and not eat until a certain time because they've trained their body. Don't know how they do it, but that's respect to them. You know, everyone's, you know, they each, you know, we are our own people, you know. But I think if you're playing football on a Saturday, Sunday, fuel yourself right. You know, for me, I'll always stick to my porridge. You know, that's what I grew up on, playing Sunday league in the morning, porridge. You know, or if you want to switch it up, you can have your scrambled eggs. Trying to think now, you know, you can just have like a bog-stand cereal.
Yeah, salmon.
Yeah, but then also it depends how much time you've got on your hands.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got the time to go and fry your salmon or to poach your salmon, then go ahead, Tobrise. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Back out, good, get there. Bounce it back. And again, drive, lacing, finger strong, yeah. Good shot.
Contact details, please give everyone information where they can find you.
Yeah, so most active on Instagram, so at MO Football Coaching, at Twitter, at MO Coaching 1, and I have a website as well. If you type in on Google MO Football Coaching, that will direct you to my website.
Guys, we will see you guys real soon.
Cool. Take care.